Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of the Football Question Box. This is a new series I'm starting. I'm Mahith Gamaj. This is my YouTube channel. Welcome. The idea is that I'm going to fill this box up with questions, subjective questions about football. Although if there's an objective question that I think is worth answering, maybe something that requires a bit more research than what people can find on a daily basis, then I might do that. But yes, the idea is to fill this box with questions and pick a question out of the box each week and answer it on right here in my sweet little spot here that I got going on. I literally just set this up today. I had some stuff, poster, tactics board that I felt, I could use a little bit more. And so here I am. So the first question this week is one that I just came up with by myself. In the future, I will have questions in here and I'll pick one out and read it. But this week, I just have the one in here that I have prepared just for this first episode, just to make it a little quick and sweet. It's what is the most misleading stat in football? Now, these days we get stats thrown at us, almost a new one every week it seems, and they're hard to keep track of. The past couple of years we've seen XG, XA, and all these little abbreviations for all these different stats that data analysts use. I do enjoy the statistical side of the game because it allows us to see things in a different way as long as it's paired with also the eye test. But yeah, so what's the most misleading stat out there? And actually the one that I'm going to choose isn't one that's, particularly complicated. It is possession lost or dispossessions, which is something you'll see in most of those rating apps. SofaScore, FotMob, all those apps still have a dispossessions tab for all player performances. And this is something that is so misleading because it's almost used solely as a statistic that people use as an agenda against certain players because it is that misleading. And now, if you have a winger or an attacking midfielder who loves to create, who loves to take risks with their play, they are going to have high dispossession stats regardless of how good their performance is. I remember last year when Serge Gnabry at Bayern Munich scored 4 goals against Spurs in the Champions League. He was dispossessed, I believe, 15 times or so, and nobody said anything, obviously, because he had scored 4 goals. And then the week after, Nicolas Pepe at Arsenal had a terrible performance, didn't score, didn't assist, and he got dispossessed, I think, a couple times more than Gnabry did the week before when he scored 4 goals. And Nicolas Pepe was absolutely berated for it on social media because people don't understand the statistic of possession lost. It doesn't mean I have the ball at my feet and someone took it off of me. No, that's not what it means. Of course, that would count as a possession loss, but so would a misplaced pass, a misplaced cross, a misplaced corner, something like that. And that's why it's so misleading, because players who take risks with their play, they are gonna lose the ball, and they're gonna take risks with their passing, and sometimes those passes aren't gonna come off, and then they chalk one up on the possession loss board. And if they have a good performance, they score a couple goals, they get a couple assists, no one will bring up the possession loss stat. But if they don't have a good performance, people will bring up that possession loss stat and say, look how many times they lost the ball for their team. When in reality, they're going to lose the ball that many times for the team every single week because they are high risk, high reward players. You'll see, any type of creative winger or attacking midfielder, they're going to rack up the dispossession loss stats. If you're continuously trying to break into the final third, or if you're continuously trying to get past your man and make something happen, you're going to lose the ball. It's just part of the game. And I would rather have a player that loses the ball 9 times out of 10, but does something amazing for the team that 10th time. I take them over a player who, when they have the ball 10 times, they're just going to make simple passes or do nothing with it, really. Backwards passes. That's not what I want. I want players taking risks. And that is why the dispossession stat is so misleading, because any player that's taking risks in their game is going to rack up that statistic so much, and it's not something we should be paying attention to. And I hate when people use that stat because it's only ever brought up when players have bad performances, because it's used solely as a statistic sort of built to create agenda against players, and I don't really like that, and I don't think it's fair to the players, and I think the stat should be cancelled. Anyways, guys, this was the first video. I want to keep it short and sweet. Depending on what kind of questions we have in the future, might be a little bit longer, who knows, but yeah, this is generally the gist of the video idea. Hopefully I will keep doing it. I am stuck at home these days and I have nothing much to do, so this is why I'm doing this now. I do apologize if my facial hair bugs you. It will be gone on December 1st. This is just for November. But yeah, if you guys do have any questions you'd want me to answer, you can DM them to me. My Twitter is @MahithGamaj. I'll hopefully write it up there. You can subscribe to this channel, of course, please, and leave a comment if there's a question that you want me to answer, or just contact me any way you see fit. But yeah, this is the general idea of these videos, and hopefully I will see you guys next week. But thanks for tuning in.